Rabaya Radade Shaya Rabato. I was praying earlier today and I was talking with the Lord, and the Lord told me some of us need to kick the devil out of the party. Some of us are entertaining the devil in our atmospheres. Some of us are allowing the devil to toy and play with us, and God is saying to us today, kick the devil out of the party. Kick the devil out of the atmosphere. Kick the devil out of those places that have become dry. Kick the devil out of those places so God can bring the latter rain. Some of us are entertaining the enemy in our social circles. We are entertaining at the dinner table, entertaining the enemy. Now, I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the spirit of the enemy that we have allowed into some of our circles, some of our spaces, where we are not stomping out the enemy who is supposed to be under our feet, where we are not treading on serpents and scorpions, and we are allowing the enemy to combat us. Yes, there is the warfare where we are enduring, and some warfare we are entertaining the enemy by not fighting back. I was reminded by Matthew 22, and it talks about the wedding feast, and where God, he said, he's speaking through Jesus Christ, he was talking through this parable, and they were going out and they are inviting everyone else to the wedding feast. And it said in verse 10, so these servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there was a man which had not on a wedding garment. He was not prepared for the feast. He was not ready for what was supposed to be happening. And he saith unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. The man was speechless. Then it says in verse 13, Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen. And I was reminded that this man who was not prepared for the wedding feast, who was not ready for what God was doing, was cast into outer darkness. Now, I'm not talking about the people when we are kicking out the devil from the wedding party, kicking it out. It's kicking out these demonic spirits that we are entertaining by not rebuking them, by allowing them to gain ground in our atmosphere, gain ground in our community, gain ground. And it's not the people, but we are allowing some of these things to happen. And God is saying to say, enough, to cry out to me, says the Lord, and say, enough, to rebuke the devil and submit to him. Resist the devil and he's going to flee. So we need to get serious about what God is doing in this hour and say, enough. I'm not letting you have my family. I'm not letting you have my community. I'm not letting you take ground in my area, because I'm fighting back. And God is saying, enough to the enemy. And there's breaking through coming forth when we say enough to the enemy. To say, get thee behind me, Satan. To get back from my children. Get back from my community. Get back from my neighborhood. Get back from what God has for me. And to take back what the enemy had stolen.